Thank you, CHEO. Thank you, Collaborative Video. You guys and gals are tops. Patricia.
Thank you to the following for making the CHEO Telethon possible. Monthly giving is one of the easiest ways to make a difference for the kids at CHEO. Use your credit or Visa debit card. Call now to become a hero for CHEO by becoming a monthly donor.
This portion of the CHEO Telethon is brought to you in part by Country 1011.
Firefighters in our region are always ready to be heroes and heroes for CHEO. We have Malcolm Todd here with the Ottawa Professional Firefighters Association. And Malcolm, it's wonderful. You're my first presentation of the day, and I've been out there in the wonderful sunshine. I hope you're taking a break from so that you can watch the telethon and donate. But the firefighters are always there in a variety of ways. What did you do to raise this money?
Well, our association, the Ottawa Professional Firefighters Association, hosts an annual comedy show and magic show where we raise money for the Benevolent Fund. And our donation to CHEO is one of the largest donations we make.
I happen to know many comical and entertaining firefighters, so I'm sure it wasn't difficult. Were they professional comedians, or were they just members of the service?
One of them is actually an Ottawa firefighter, and he's a former NFL and CFL football player, and he's a very funny guy. He works as a comedian and a motivational speaker.
That's a lot of talent. It is really great to have you here because firefighters are parents as well, and I know you said as a dad you've been to CHEO, and you have made it possible for other children to receive top quality care. You've brought along a check for
$15,000.
Oh, thank you so much, Malcolm. JJ.
Thank you very much, Leanne. It is a great pleasure to welcome Amy here from KISS, and we have Brendan here from Country 101. And it is a spectacular Sunday afternoon, and here we are.
It's a great day to help out a great cause. It's a great day to support such an amazing thing such as CHEO, helping out the families, helping out the community. It's just so great to see the phone lines ringing, which is amazing.
And on a wonderful, lovely, sunny afternoon, like the best we've had all year, Amy, it's nice to see that people care enough to pick up that phone and call. They got lots of good reasons.
We're really lucky to have CHEO in our backyard, all of the far-reaching services, just giving kids a real good shot at having a normal childhood while they're dealing with some heavy stuff. So it's wonderful.
Absolutely. And we're here to help all of that happen. A little magic on a Sunday afternoon with Amy and Brendan. We'll be right back.
All right. Thank you, Jay. New guests all around. We have some new guests here at the desk as well. Happy now to be joined by 10-year-old Eli Lincoln. Thank you for being here. And Eli, you have something that's called brain-lung thyroid syndrome, which sounds really complicated. We're going to talk about that in a little bit, just what it means. This is your first telethon, but you've done something like this before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the radio. Yeah, was that cool?
Yes, it was an amazing experience.
Getting on the country station and telling people why CHEO is so awesome and why they should donate money, right? Awesome. And you know this woman over to the left of me, right? This is Dr. Kim Boycott. You have a really long title here, so we've shortened it to clinician scientist. That would be easier for me to say. Yeah. But you work at the CHEO Research Institute, and you've known Eli for quite a while.
Yeah, since he was about 3 or 4 years old, I'd say.
And so he had some things that his parents were wondering about, but it took a while to get a diagnosis to figure out what was actually going on with him.
Yeah, it took us several years. His family had been going to CHEO before that, but nobody understood why he was having his particular developmental challenges. And finally, about 2 years ago, we did genome-wide sequencing, so we sequenced all of his genes and finally understood his condition and how it relates to his dad's condition.
That's such a great tool that lets you, great, incredible scientific tool that gets you
lets you look everything at once. It's the most efficient thing we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And once you knew exactly what it was you had, did that kind of make you feel better that there was a name to what was going on with you?
It made me feel better, but also added more questions to one question.
Right. Then you had to figure out what all of that meant, and then you go to Dr. Boycott and some of the other people at CHEO to find out just what's going to happen next. And yeah, but you're in the right place because there's such a great team of experts at CHEO, right?
Yes.
Yeah, looking out for you and your
Some
best
of the
interests.
best I known ever.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, we're going to talk more about everything that's going on with you in your day-to-day life, but thank you for being here on this beautiful sunny day with us. We're going to head back over now to Trisha Owens, who is standing by with a chair. Oh, no, it's not Trisha. It's Leanne Cusack. If I just look to my left, I might notice that Leanne has come in from the sunshine. Leanne.
Hello, you are my sunshine, Patricia. Yes, I'm here for Trisha Owens, and I'm here with some great friends, Danielle Robinson, and we have Wayne Mullett from representing, we should say, the CHEO Foundation, near and dear to my heart and to the hearts of so many in our community. Danielle, you have so many checks to bring along. You need an assistant.
I did need an assistant. So this first check is on behalf of the Ottawa Senators Foundation, and it represents all of the third-party community events like the Beer Store, Maddie's Gala, the Butterfly Run, 24-Hour Tremblant, who are raising money for our awesome partnership with the CHEO Foundation in support of Roger Nielsen House.
And it's been a very significant relationship to the tune of
$314,000 in change.
Now that, I don't know if everyone heard, $314,000 in change. Yes, we have their attention. Now the next check, this is also a very heavy one. Wayne, you're up to the task. This check represents?
It's $50,000, and it's from the 24-Hour Tremblant, which is a ski relay, a walk and run relay the very first weekend in December. And, it's been going on for a long time, and this is for the Wellbeing Program.
And this so ties into our Children's Hospital because the Sens Foundation is so committed to youth.
Absolutely. CHEO, we've been working with them for a long time. We're really pleased at the partnership that we have with them, and we try and bring more and more partners along, not only for Roger Nielsen House, but the really great work that's happening at the hospital in all departments.
We want to thank you both so much. This was your first professional check flip, wasn't it? Did he not do an amazing job?
Yeah, I sure did.
You're now seconded to the mission for all time. Thanks, Danielle. Brendan, I believe.
Yeah, the phone lines are ringing right now. You can make your help, 613-738-1450. I'm with Jeff Richardson right now. And Jeff, thank you so much for coming to make a support for CHEO. Why did you find the need to come out today?
I just want to help out the hospital and try to raise some money for it.
And now, have you had any experience with CHEO in the past before?
Yeah, a little bit. My brother and myself have both been there when we were very young.
Phone lines, they can make a difference. You can ask the questions. You can speak to the people like Jeff, like Dean next to me, and make a difference. Whether it is a small amount, a large amount, you can make a difference for so many different people. 613-738-1450 is that number to call. Amy, what's going on over there?
Hey, Brendan. Thanks for that. First of all, let me say a big hello to Michaela, not the teddy bear, but the little girl. Michaela, I have your mom with me. Caitlin is right now working the phones and helping raising money for CHEO. So why is this such an important day for you?
Just to help Michaela and all the other little kids at CHEO.
Tell us a little bit about Michaela's story.
So Michaela was she had a stroke 3 months in my stomach, and so half her brain didn't form properly, and we actually started off at Roger Nielsen House, and we've just been followed by CHEO ever since.
Wonderful doctors giving her a beautiful chance at life. This is amazing. Thank you so much for being here today. And let's get these phones ringing, please. I think, Patricia, I'm going to throw it to you.
Yes, absolutely. 613-738-1450. That number to call. We want to hear those phones. I'm back here with Eli Lincoln and Dr. Kim Boycott. I'll give your full title here. So, clinical geneticist, Department of Genetics, and senior scientist, CHEO Research Institute. Essentially, your main job, I guess, is it to determine a diagnosis for people with some of those mysterious ailments? Is that a lot of what you do, or?
Yeah, Patricia, that's pretty accurate. I have two jobs. Half the week I'm a clinician, and the other half of the week I'm a researcher. And I specialize in rare and undiagnosed diseases, many of which are genetic, and so they end up coming through the Department of Genetics. And we offer the latest technologies on a research basis to discover new causes, new genes that cause rare disease that we didn't know about before.
One of the only things they say worse than being diagnosed with a difficult disease is not being diagnosed, right? And wondering and having questions and knowing something's not right, and families coming in and saying, what is it that we're facing?
And it's really around having no name. and no community. And without those things, families have a really hard time in the community as well as the healthcare system.
Okay, so Eli, brain, lung, thyroid syndrome, that's what the official title of what you have is, and we also could call it a movement disorder. But for you, what does that mean? What's tough for you to do on a regular basis that maybe isn't as tough for other people?
Many things. Walking, speaking in front of a large crowd.
And yet you're here at the CHEO Telethon, amazing, and doing incredibly well. And just your movement generally, is it sometimes a little bit harder to control?
So about the movement, I can not stop moving. There's always some part of me that's always moving no matter what.
Okay, so just a fidget that's constantly going on in your body that you can't really stop.
Yes.
Yeah. And does that bug you when that happens? Or is it just part of who you are?
Part of who I am.
Yeah. Do you like a chance to, because you said you did the radio telethon as well, do you like a chance to kind of let people know about what you have? And maybe some people wonder why you're always moving or what's going on there.
Let people know more about how to deal with this if they know someone who has it.
Right. So true. And you can put face to the name of typical a certain kind of disease or
pretty much.
Yeah. And then people, if they have questions, then they know they can probably come to you with their questions too, right? Especially other kids and stuff. We're going to talk a little bit more about how Eli is going to be sharing some of the information about what he's going through with some of his classmates as well, which is very cool. But right now we're moving on, and we're going to, I think we're going to go back to Michael O'Byrne here. There's a type of care at CHEO most of us never get to see, but it's as important as anything that is done at the hospital. Here's Michael.
One of the most exciting things we do every telethon year is get to visit the Research Institute here at CHEO. This is where they do research that's very specific to children and makes such a difference in their lives. I'd like to introduce Dr. Jankoff, who is going to introduce us to a piece of machinery that's unique to CHEO and makes such a difference in the lives of children. Doctor, what does this piece of equipment do?
So, Michael, this is a stereology microscope which allows us to precisely define abnormalities in structure of the lung. And that's important for premature babies because many of them will not form the millions of tiny air sacs that you and I have that help us to breathe. And that leads to lifelong problems with breathing and overall problems with health that arise from those problems.
How common are lung problems in newborns?
In the babies that are born more than 10 or 12 weeks premature, about half will develop this chronic lung disease called bronchopulmonary dysplasia, or BPD, and that means almost 1,000 babies a year in Canada that are affected with this condition. Until now, we've had no effective treatments for this condition, and one of the reasons behind that is that we haven't had a good way of determining in real time whether a particular infant has a severe abnormality of their lung development and what the response to a treatment might be. There's no tests that we've had up until a few years ago, and that's where the stereology microscope comes in.
Makes a difference. I'm going to take a look inside. Maybe you can tell me what I'm seeing.
Yes, so what you can see there, you're seeing a green fluorescence there, which is highlighting a molecule called arginase, and this is something that we're studying as a molecule that could be causing these lung sacs to not develop properly. And you can see in that lung, there's a lot of it. And that could be used as a marker to say, is this treatment suppressing bad molecules like arginase? And also we can give us a precise readout, and we can say, in this baby, there are 100,000 alveoli where there should be 1 million, for example. And we can then see, are the treatments making a difference to that?
So it helps to tell you what's working, what isn't working, and what the other possibilities could be? Precisely.
And we really push forward research into abnormalities of lung development, which is a very exciting and innovative area at the moment, and this really will help push that along.
Could save lives, can it,
It
Doctor?
definitely will save lives, I'm sure of it. Yeah.
And does the foundation play a role in the funding of this?
Absolutely. So you can imagine that a system like this is very expensive, and thanks to the CHEO Foundation in partnership with the Canada Foundation for Innovation, we were able to purchase this system, and it's been going since last fall. So we're very grateful for the funding provided by CHEO Foundation.
Fascinating research here at CHEO. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Here we are once again on a spectacular Sunday afternoon. The Arnon Corporation is here once again, and we think about Arnie and fabulous contribution. His family, of course, not only involved at the time, but carrying on a wonderful tradition. That's great. Wonderful to have you here again.
It's wonderful to be here every year.
Yeah, we love the Arnon Corporation, and once again, I would like to tell you that they're sponsoring our Miracle Match right now. Couldn't be happier. You want to flip that over and we'll just see what we're dealing with here, because it's pretty impressive. $3,500 Miracle Match. Arnon Corporation. Thank you, gals. Always great support. Thank you so much. Hey, it's Miracle Match time, and you know how this works. Arnon Corporation. I could go on and on, talk to you about Arnie Vered and the family. You just saw those fabulous gals, Arnie's wife and wonderful daughters, great family. Some of them. The rest of them are out doing good somewhere else, I guarantee you. Arnie would be disappointed if they weren't. And making sure they were having fun doing it at the same time. And that's what we're doing here this afternoon. Arnie be happy. We're having fun. We're raising money for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. It's June. And the Arnon Corporation is stepping up saying, here, you need anything more than a perfect Sunday afternoon in a great hospital and your kids to make you need more incentive? Okay, tell you what. We'll match you anything you give, up to $3,500. Consider it matched. What a nice gift that is. Wow, it's a great deal. 1 minute and 54 seconds to pick up that phone and call us at 613-738-1450. 1450, that's the number, 738-1450. I guarantee you're going to feel like $1 million. We're going to raise, already have, over $1 million. We're going to raise, I hope, somewhere in the neighborhood of as much as possible. That's our goal every year, as much as possible. What are you hoping for? As much as possible. And Arnon Corporation making that happen right now, helping you to make the kind of donation you may have always wanted to make, but weren't able to because times are tough. Know all about that. So here's the chance for Arnon Corporation to step up, and you wanted to make a $100 donation this year, couldn't? $50. Thank you, Arnon Corporation. I'll cover the other 50. So you're good. You're good for your $50 donation, your $100 donation, $25. It matters not. It is indeed the thought that counts here this afternoon on a Sunday afternoon at the EY Centre as we raise some funds for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario and Arnon Corporation right now, making it even more enticing. I don't think we need to entice you to phone the Telethon. You got great reasons. But making it certainly a lot more lucrative in the end, helping you help CHEO. Arnon Corporation Miracle Match, 25 seconds left. 738-1450, that's the number to call, 738-1450. Pick up that telephone. $500 pledge? Boy, we'd be so delighted. That means $1,000 would be going to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Here until 7 o'clock tonight, we certainly do appreciate your commitment and your generosity. Thank you to the Arnon Corporation for making it all happen here on a Sunday afternoon. Here is Leanne Cusack.
And JJ, we appreciate you. And we also appreciate, I'm sort of bookended by those who could sell you a bookshelf at the Brick. We have Hanadi and Jonathan, and you've done something wonderful for CHEO. And you expressed your gratitude for treatment that your son received even this past week, a terrifying experience, Hanadi.
It was an anaphylactic reaction for a nut allergy that we still, it was a little bit tough, but I can tell you for a fact the team at CHEO was amazing. I can't thank the nurses enough on how they took care of him, how they got him out of his shock immediately.
Can't imagine the terror for a mom. And he's fine now. He's 8 and he's fine.
He's completely
Is he
fine.
watching mom?
He should be. That's what they're FaceTime. They FaceTime me a couple of times so far.
Okay, good. Now, Jonathan, you have a niece who's currently at CHEO. Would you like to send her a little, blow her a kiss, maybe?
Yes.
And she's there because...
She's having issues with her kidneys, and she has immune deficiency.
And her name is?
Lily.
We're sending Lily love, and we're sending Lily love to the tune of, you've brought along a check from the Brick for...
$56,887.
Well, I wanted you to say that because you worked so hard to collect it, and we really, really appreciate the support. I believe we're heading to Brendan. Hi, Brendan.
Hey, yeah, we're having a great day so far. The phones are ringing. Joining me right now, Ann Huot. Firstly, you work for CHEO, so where exactly in CHEO are you working?
Yeah, I'm the Vice President of Child Development and Community Services at CHEO, but I'm also, probably for the purposes of today, a grandparent. So I've just spent a weekend taking care of a couple of little grandkids. I know the importance of CHEO. One of my grandchildren, Owen, was born profoundly deaf and has cochlear implants. And if it wasn't for CHEO, we wouldn't really have the little grandson that we have today. So all of you grandparents out there, pick up the phone, give us a call.
You're hearing these stories. You're hearing what you can do to make a difference. 613-738-1450. Make a difference. Help out these causes. Amy, what's going on over there?
I'm with Jenna right now. Jenna was 4 years old when she was diagnosed at CHEO with cancer. And Jenna, you actually brought along a picture today.
So this is me in 1999, and I was diagnosed at CHEO with stage 4 Wilms tumor, which is kidney cancer, and CHEO saved my life, and I work there now in the medical day unit with the best people on earth.
How many years have you been cancer-free?
20 years. Yeah.
Amazing. So we're celebrating victories like Jenna's story here today. And the more you can pick up the phones and give and donate, the better. So please, let's get these phones ringing. Patricia, over to you.
All right, thank you. We're here with clinician scientist Dr. Kim Boycott and 10-year-old Eli Lincoln to my right here. And that challenge just went out to the grandparents to call. And you said that's going to get your grandparents to call probably, right? And who did you tell me would probably be the one to actually pick up the phone and call?
My grandma.
But?
Using my grandpa's budget.
Using the grandpa's money. Yeah, I love that. It's a team effort. Good stuff. So on Tuesday, you're going to make a presentation to your class about your brain-lung thyroid syndrome. And why did you want to do that? Why did you want to get up and talk to them about what you have and what you're dealing with?
So then my teachers and my friends can know how to take care of me if something wrong happens to me and something completely unexpected happens.
And you said a lot of them have been asking questions or wanting to know more about what it is that you have.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a good way to sort of tell them all at once, right?
Yeah.
But that's tough, public speaking, getting up in front of the group.
A lot of time to actually give them the knowledge that they need.
Right. So you're going to talk to them all at once as a group. And I asked you if your presentation was ready for Tuesday, and what did you say? It's ready where?
In my head.
In your head. Like it. Yeah. Ready to dish out that information to those that need it. He's a bit of a spokesperson for rare diseases, right?
Yeah,
he's done a little bit of this.
I love that he's taken that on. And he's got a great story to tell. And so on Tuesday, I'm going to go to his class with him, and we're going to tell his story. But he also speaks on behalf of all the kids who can't speak for themselves, who are either too young or have too many disabilities associated with their rare disease. So this is a great opportunity for all kids.
So it's a bit of a show and tell presentation. You get to take Dr. Boycott along. Yeah, and I asked Eli a little bit earlier who his favorite person was at CHEO, and he said she's right here at the desk with us. So That was pretty cool. So you guys will be a great team getting out there and giving that explanation on Tuesday. Good luck with that. All right, we are going to head back over to the check presentation area. More money coming in. We love to see that. And Leanne Cusack is standing by with another group. Leanne.
Thanks so much, Patricia. We have checks large and small, and this check is particularly spectacular because these young people represent the 14 people in Holly's Sunday school class in Cedar Hill, which is near.
It's between Almont and Pakenham.
I know it very well, and I know how talented all of you are. And you raised some of this money through an event called
Cedar Hill's Got Talent.
Cedar Hill has a lot of talent. What sorts of things did everyone in Cedar Hill do? Did they sing? Did they dance?
Every morning we eat cookies.
You are my kind of girl, Lily. You are definitely my kind of girl. Holly, so this was a collaborative event, but led by the Sunday school, and I'm guessing you.
Well, no, it is truly led by the children. They told jokes, sang songs, played guitar. Some of them have been playing for a year. Just outstanding talent, but they also raised money through some other events. Want to speak up, Annalisa? What else did we do?
We had a bake sale. We sold some cloths. We opened up the Pakenham Fair, and we sang at Light Up the Night.
You are all such a big deal. I now know where you got the cookies that you ate from the bake sale. Well, a remarkable check for, let's flip it over, a check for how much? $5,454 raised by 14 young Sunday school students. Thank you all so much. Give everyone in Cedar Hill my best, please. I think we're going to Patricia or Brendan or, Brendan.
Hey, this is a great chance to check out something a little different for CHEO. We are here with Jerry for the streaming event called Extra Life. Now, Jerry, what is the antithesis of this? How did you come up with this great idea?
Well, Extra Life's an event that's been running for a number of years now. This is my 8th year doing it, actually. It's normally a 24-hour gaming marathon, but we came up, some of us local live streamers in Ottawa came up with this idea of doing this little couch gaming area where people can come in and join us rather than just watching us on our own.
Very cool stuff. You guys are playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate right now. People can watch. Where can they go to watch the stream right now?
So if you want to watch this at home, if you go to mixer.com/extralifeottawa, you can actually watch us all live here until 7 p.m. tonight. And if anybody's here at the Telethon and wants to join in, they can just walk right over and join in with us.
Fantastic. Leanne?
Thanks.
Hero for CHEO right now. Joining me on the TV is Fire Captain Chris Bailey, and you've got a little photo with you. Maybe you can tell us a bit about why you're here today.
Well, 10 years ago this month, my son was rushed to CHEO with hypertension and seizures, and they kept him for 2 weeks and fixed him up. So he's a happy teenager now and grateful for their care.
No kidding. Grateful to have you here, and that's amazing. Keep giving, keep making these phones ring. You're helping people just have the absolute best shot at surviving these things, coping with these things, and having healthy adolescent years. This is wonderful. It's such a great day. Leanne, over to you.
Oh, I'm kind of overwhelmed here because we have a whole lot of gorgeous in our studio right now. We have the students from École Saint-Geneviève. These are Sophie's students, and has anyone ever been to CHEO?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, you wanted to help the hospital. What did you do to raise money for the hospital? What did we do to raise money?
We had chewing gum.
You chewed gum. I think that's a great idea. And what did you do?
I donated the money, and I was able to have a day to bring my bear.
You bring your bear. Well, let's show your bears to everyone at home because these are really beautiful bears. Here, show them right up there. Give your bears a wave. And Sophie, oh my heavens, these children are distractingly dazzling.
Yes, they are.
And you did what sort of fundraising on behalf of CHEO?
So one Friday a month, we would let the students bring either chew gum on a Friday or bring a bear or wear a tie, and they could bring $1 or more. And we also did a garage sale and sold tables for $10.
I thought you were pulling my leg when you said you got to chew gum for CHEO, but that's really a great fundraiser. Let's see how much you've brought along, everyone. Look at that, $3,000. That's a lot of bubbles. That's fantastic. Guys, give yourselves a round of applause. Yay for you. Patricia, can you believe, I know, I can hardly stay focused. They're all so cute.
I know, they're all so cute, and I think I found a fundraiser that I could be a really valuable member of the team contributing, chewing gum. That sounds like fun. All right, good stuff. We want to talk a little bit about where your donations are going and these checks that we keep seeing and the concrete impact of the money that's coming in. And donations, when it comes to rare diseases, Dr. Boycott, means a lot in terms of being able to identify, to diagnose those diseases, and where do those dollars go to for you?
So foundation dollars directly support the type of testing that diagnosed Eli and bringing it into the clinic so all the kids can have access to it. And so really in layman's term, they are the big sequencers and the big computers that we need when we process all of that genetic information about a person.
And one of the reasons that Eli knows exactly what it is that he's facing and his family knows and what he's going through is because Dr. Boycott never gave up in trying to find out exactly what you were dealing with and what you were facing. And I think that's probably a big part of the reason that she's one of your favorite people at CHEO, right?
She never quit trying to help not only me, but other kids at CHEO.
That's awesome. And now has she inspired you a little bit when you think about what you might want to do when you grow up?
So much.
What would you like to be? What would you like to be able to do when you're an adult?
I would like to be a scientist. Maybe a genetic one. Maybe.
A genetic scientist. That's a lot of school, right? Yeah. But you can do it. You can do anything.
Hopefully.
And you've seen firsthand the impact that kind of work has on families, right? It's helped you and your dad too, because your dad had a diagnosis. He knows a little bit more about his condition now as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know Dr. Boycott's your favorite at CHEO, but the whole team at CHEO is pretty great, right? When you go in there? Yeah. They make the tough stuff a little bit easier every time. Well,
so much easier. So whenever I have a question, they can always have either an answer or a response to it.
Right, or maybe say, we don't know that yet, but we're going to find that answer for you, which would be part of what you'd be doing if you became a scientist, and we're going to follow you and see what happens, because we'd love to see that, and maybe you'll be back here on this telethon one day wearing a white coat for a different reason, which would be really cool. All right, well, rare genetic diseases.
In that seat.
In that seat, yeah, we'll just switch sides. That's perfect. As we've been talking about, rare genetic diseases can be very difficult for doctors to detect, and this guy beside me, well, it took almost a decade to get the diagnosis and treatment he needed, and it was thanks to that genetic testing done at CHEO.
Remember that?
So the DNA goes
in these tubes.
Eli Lincoln loves science. He said it helped him get the diagnosis he needed.
It's called benign hereditary chorea. BHC, I've had it since I was born.
When he was a child, Eli wasn't hitting milestones expected of most kids his age.
And that's when we started our CHEO journey, was with the neurologist.
The journey to finding out what was wrong took almost 8 years.
And after a number of testing where everything came back normal, that's when we were then referred to genetics.
And just press it down slowly.
CHEO tested 20,000 of Eli's genes. He was then diagnosed with brain-lung thyroid syndrome, a rare disease that affects his motor skills, brain function, and ability to breathe well.
I felt shocked because I thought that they were keeping it a secret from me for all this time.
His mom says he's now getting the proper treatment and a better quality of life.
Having a name and knowing that all of these things are interconnected has also given him more confidence. Because before he was getting sick and he didn't really understand why.
Like I used to only be able to run like half a lap around the field at our school. Now I can run like 3 or 4 laps. How come there's little numbers right there?
It's this machine at CHEO that tested Eli's genes.
Having this new testing, this new technology that can actually look at our DNA in whole in one go provides a diagnosis just so much faster than we could do before.
But the results have to be sent away to get processed, which takes weeks. A new computer system would cut that wait time in half, but getting one is expensive and requires fundraising.
We couldn't do what we do without donor dollars.
Eli is now 10. He's a huge Sens fan and has met his namesake, Eli Manning.
And we have to try and figure out which one is causing the rare disease for that patient.
But he will always love the science that helped him in a long journey, he says, made better by the doctors at CHEO.
They always help me no matter what problem, no matter what happens. They always help me figure out what's going on.
We have our special guest joining us once again this year, our good friends from Giant Tiger for year 307. Because it's been a long time, hasn't it? I mean, the Giant Tiger CHEO relationship for so many years.
It has. We are so proud of the long-standing partnership that we have with CHEO and so happy to be back again this year.
Well, we couldn't do it without you. I mean, this is not just a one-trick thing for the Tiger to come out here. You guys are really involved in your community, every community you're in. But we've got the CHEO picnic coming up, and the train is going to be at the picnic.
Absolutely. We're so excited to be back again this year at the CHEO picnic, to be sponsoring the games area. Our train will be there once again, and it is certainly a popular attraction, as John can attest to. He's from our store in Hittenburg, and he's there every year.
That's fabulous. With John, of course, John and I are a little bit like the furniture around here, hard to get moved out. Let's flip that over and we'll have a peek at how much Giant Tiger would love to sponsor this Miracle Match for. How about that? $5,000. Thank you, John and the great guys and gals from Giant Tiger. It's Miracle Match time. We couldn't be happier. There you go. Now less than 3 minutes to go on the clock. Yeah, Giant Tiger. That Tiger's been around for years and years and years. I'll tell you a Giant Tiger story, and it's at the end of the Miracle Match. 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. Here's the scoop. You pick up the telephone, call Giant Tiger, matches your donation. It's a $1,000 donation? Oh, great. Yeah, well, Giant Tiger will match that. Up to $5,000 every telephone call. It happens right now. Ray Scaff, good folks at Gabriel Pizza are here, helping out. I'll have a large, make it an extra large, thin crust deluxe. Gabe's Deluxe. It's my favorite pizza. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. Pick up that telephone, little buzz. Give us a little buzz. We'll give you back some real good health care. I mean, we get good health care, period. We need to get good health care. But I tell you, when it comes to our kids, good ain't good enough. We'd like the best, please. They're our children. 1 minute and 48 seconds. Here's the telephone number, 613-738-1450. 738-1450. Your call right now during this Giant Tiger $5,000 Miracle Match means some wonderful things are going to be happening. Some spectacular things during this Giant Tiger Miracle Match. Telephones are ringing. Every donation is matched dollar for dollar. Got a donation coming up too, huh? Big one? Big donation?
Yes, I had an anonymous $3,000 donation.
Wow.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Wow, $3,000 donation during the Giant Tiger Miracle Match, folks. That's $6,000. Thank you so much for that. Marissa being here, working on the telephones, bringing us great news like that. Jennifer's here, Olivia's here, Manon is here, and we still have 45 seconds left for you. This is exciting. This is fun. This is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. There are a lot of great places we hope you have been, and we hope you're having a spectacular Sunday afternoon. Goodness knows we sure are. You can make it even better by calling us right now during this Giant Tiger $5,000 Miracle Match and making something real special happen right here. From the EY Center, our host for yet another year. Throughout the remainder of the telethon, our job is to educate you. Make our volunteers work really hard because they believe in CHEO. So does Giant Tiger. For many, many, many years, my Giant Tiger story, Ben Babalowski drew that caricature. Ben, our own Ben Babalowski, got paid, I think, $50 or $75, flat fee. That was it. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Giant Tiger. Let's go back to the desk.
Thank you to the following for making the CHEO Telethon possible.
We were just saying it's amazing what you learn from JJ Clark. We didn't know that about Giant Tiger, and Julie Lupinacci knows a lot. She's with Hydro Ottawa, and your job is sort of looking after everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm the Chief Customer Officer with Hydro Ottawa, and I have the pleasure of being here today to be able to present this check.
This is quite a beautiful check, and it's a win-win-win sort of a check. But you've had a busy year at Hydro Ottawa.
We have. Last year was a very busy year with some natural disaster events, so windstorms, ice storms, the tornadoes, and very, very proud of our teams and how they responded to all of that, and very proud of how our customers have responded to this particular campaign.
This is beautiful because this is from the Go Paperless campaign. So something that's really good for the environment has also been really, really good for CHEO. What did you do, Julie?
So we encourage our customers to go paperless and do sign up for automated payments, and that reduces the bills that we have to send out, and we match that. $5 goes for every customer, and a lot of customers chose to make this happen.
Let's have a look to the tune of
$119,195.
That's a lot of paper, not in a landfill, and that's a lot of money for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Thank you so much. Heading back to the phones. No one likes paperwork unless it looks like this.
Just blown away by the amount of people calling in, making sure to make a difference. 613-738-1450. Joining me right now, Sam. Sam, I mean, it's such a crucial and important day to be out here today. Why are you supporting CHEO?
Well, I've actually been a patient at CHEO for about 20 years now, almost 21. And I have a condition called apron syndrome, so that obviously requires like many surgeries and stuff, and as well as braces. So I've had braces for 4 years, and I just got them off in December. So,
Giving you a chance to be in control here, Sam. So if you had a chance to tell people one important thing, if you get the last kind of say right now, why they should be calling, what would you say to them?
it really makes an impact on many children and families that attend CHEO, and you should really think about donating to CHEO today.
You can make a difference. Amy, what do you got going on over there?
Well, I have Alexa here, who is seated beside somebody who just finished getting off a phone call, and Alexa's like, what's wrong with my phone? Is my phone broken? Alexa, what do you do?
Calls. I need phone calls here.
And oh my gosh, and now these ones are ringing. I think your phone might be broken, so everybody needs to give Alexa a call right now. Alexa, why is it so important that people make that phone ring?
I have 3 grown children, 5 grandchildren, and I recognize the importance of CHEO in our community. I'll do anything I can to support it.
All right, so that means you have to help Alexa help CHEO. So you have to call. You have to give us a phone call right now on this glorious Sunday afternoon. It's for the kids. Hashtag Hero for CHEO. That could be you.
All right, that's it. That's it. We need you in television, Amy. That's all there is to it. You're fabulous. Thank you so much, Kiss, for being here. And Brendan, I can't say enough, for years and years and years, Country 101 and CHEO just arm in arm, hand in hand, broadcasts galore.
It's a pleasure. It's always nice to see what people can do as a community, and whether it be listeners or just people in general, making a difference for CHEO is so important.
Well, you both have done wonderful, so thank you to Kiss and Country 101 for helping us out, and we appreciate you once again. And you're hired for next year.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Leanne.
Thank you.
Christmas in the Valley.
All right, are we going to Leanne, or maybe we're going to go right to the totals right now? We want to just keep moving along? Okay. All right, we'll leave you guys waiting there for just a little bit. Dr. Boycott, we talked about the diagnosis for Eli and taking 10 years to get to that, and even longer for his dad, who waited quite a long time to get his diagnosis.
That's right. It was revealed at the same time. They have the same condition, but his dad was diagnosed with an atypical form of cerebral palsy, which was assigned to us that probably wasn't right. And the genomic sequencing revealed that it was indeed incorrect.
And there must be so many cases out there like that, where diagnosis before they had that technique and that.
Absolutely, and it's a tough one. It's something that can be explained by various other things, including poor attention and developmental delay in CP, that sort of thing.
All right, so just before we say our goodbyes to Eli, we're going to go back over to Leanne and a little Christmas in the Valley check presentation. Leanne?
That's right. We have Michael and his mom, Braden, here for
Christmas in the Valley.
Exactly, a song that was written and has become a Christmas anthem in our community and communities across the country, and has become a major fundraiser over many years for CHEO. Braden Turner, you are one of the singers on the stage for that phenomenal concert. Describe what it's like to be part of the show.
It's a surreal experience to be part of this show, just to see the Ottawa community and surrounding Valley community come together and donate to CHEO and enjoy a wonderful Christmas music. It's just very surreal.
So while Michael, you are how old?
6 years old.
Yes, I've known your mom since she was, I think, 6 days old or 6 weeks old. So it's so wonderful to have you here because you have brought along a check for
$5,370.
From Wayne Rostad, Robin Moyer, Joe Turner, Gerd Lohman, and the Scott family.
Yes, the Scott family donated the $370 portion of this check, and the $5,000 is from our Christmas in the Valley tour.
Great to see you, Braden. Merry Christmas, Michael. Merry Christmas, Patricia.
Merry Christmas, Leanne, and to Braden and Michael. Great to see some of our favorite faces out here today. Our hour is up. It's time to say goodbye to Dr. Boycott. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us. And I don't want to throw you off at all, Eli. I love that you want to be a scientist, but did you know she spent 17 years in school after high school to do what she's doing?
His eyes are popping out of his
I know,
head
right?
now.
You might want to think about broadcasting. That's much easier. All right, we are going to get our total for the hour. We're going to do our little countdown. Eli, you wanted to start from 5, right?
Ready?
Ready to do this? Okay, we're going to do it together. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here come the numbers. There we go. Nicely over 3,365,546. A huge thank you for that, and thank you so much to Kim and Eli. Good luck at that presentation on Tuesday. I know you're taking your doctor and your research student, and everyone's going to be there. It's going to be good. All right. Well, now we're moving on, and we want to tell you the story of Leonardo Misafri, who was born this past December. He suffered a brain injury during delivery. His parents feared at the time that he might not survive. Thanks to quick intervention, though, and expert care in CHEO's neonatal intensive care unit, Leonardo's recovery has been called miraculous.
At 4 months old, Leonardo Misafri smiles back at his mom, with no sign of the ordeal he and his family have been through.
I thought it was going to be a normal delivery.
Holland Misafri, Leo's mom, had a normal, full-term pregnancy. When he was born on December 3rd, his dad, Jordan, knew immediately something was wrong.
He came out and not moving, basically, like blue. And so I'm watching from the side of the bed and just sort of like remember breaking down and praying that everything was going okay.
Instead of holding their new baby, Leo had to be rushed off for life-saving interventions.
I was on the bed, like tears streaming down my face into my hearing aids. I'm hard of hearing. My hearing aids stopped working because the tears were literally filling my ears with water. And it was just the worst hour laying there by myself, not knowing if my baby was gonna live.
Leo had suffered a brain injury during birth called hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, or HIE, caused by lack of blood and oxygen to the brain.
They told us that he was having seizure activity and that the neonatal transport team would be coming.
CHEO's neonatal transport team began treating Leo at the hospital where he was born, cooling his body before moving him here to CHEO's neonatal intensive care unit, or NICU.
Well, Leo came to us and he was very sick.
CHEO neonatologist Dr. Erica Bariziak treated Leo.
We used a type of therapy called therapeutic hypothermia, which is bringing his core temperature down from 37 degrees to about 33 to 34 degrees. And this is done with a cooling mattress. We very carefully monitor his vital signs and the rest of his organ systems while keeping him cool for about 72 hours.
Electrodes like the ones demonstrated on this mannequin were attached to Leo's head to monitor his brain activity on a machine called the Brain Z. It detects seizures that would otherwise go unnoticed.
This is a key piece of technology that we use for babies who are being treated with therapeutic hypothermia to try to help minimize further injury to the brain.
I remember one night I was watching him and a doctor came over and said, oh, he's having a seizure right now. And I was like, oh, really? Because I wouldn't be able to tell. He was just a sleeping baby, but they could tell on the EEGs.
Leo's big sister, 2-year-old Marin, met him for the first time in the NICU. After 3 days, Leo's body was slowly warmed up. Holland and Jordan were finally able to hold their baby and feed him. Leo was making progress every day.
And, celebrating those small victories. It could be opening his eyes and we would get so excited because it's like, he can open his eyes. So.
Yeah, everything is a win.
And just 1 week after he was rushed to the CHEO NICU, Leo and his parents went home.
When they released us, I remember the nurse saying, he's our miracle Christmas baby, and we got the best Christmas present that we ever could have had.
I'm very proud to be working here and to be able to provide care with this very specialized equipment to our population to make the differences we're making in these babies' lives.
CHEO's NICU needs funds to purchase this state-of-the-art equipment to continue to help more babies like Leo have outcomes like his.
The cooling therapy and the EEGs and all the stuff that was closely monitoring him over that first week of his life that, probably saved his life and allowed him to have a quality of life going forward.
As much as you'd never want to end up here, we were so grateful that, we lived in a city that had this amazing hospital and the amazing technology that helped save our son.
Well, that's one of those incredible stories that we love to share here. It's a good news story, and we have Leo with us here, just absolutely adorable here at 6 months, and his parents are here with us as well, Holland and Jordan, and Marin is over there. She's maybe going to participate in the interview, maybe do her own thing, that's okay. He is adorable, and he's doing well right now, right?
He's doing amazing, yeah.
And it's all because of this special cooling equipment at CHEO.
For sure. It was a very specialized treatment that he got, and he's thriving and doing amazing.
Tell me about that moment as a dad when you realize that something has gone wrong and there's some really serious consequences and something has to be done really quickly.
It's, you feel very hopeless, and it's the worst possible feeling you can go through in that moment because there's so many unanswered questions and you have a lot of, things running through your mind. You're picturing years into the future, and the best thing you need to do in that moment is just to slow down and breathe and realize that the professionals are around and doing what they do to help you and give your son the best outcome.
Right, for the parents to slow down and breathe, but for them it was all about acting so quickly and getting him into onto this cooling bed immediately, and the transfer and taking that action to lower his body temperature that really is what resulted in this excellent outcome, right?
Yeah, it all happened very, very fast, and we're so thankful for the neonatal transport team and how quick they came and acted and got him to CHEO so fast.
Yeah. And we like to think we live in this wonderful province where it's all provided for out there, but this equipment is actually very expensive, and it's largely donor dollars that go into making sure that equipment is available for someone like Leo.
And
absolutely.
That was so surprising to us that, these specialized machines do totally rely on donor dollars, so that's why we're so thankful to the community for their support and their donations, because that's what goes towards helping our son and other kids in the same sort of situation.
And your beautiful family here, 2 healthy kids, and I know he'll continue to be monitored, but no greater gift than that, right?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us. He is
so much
adorable.
for
I'm going to
having
stick
us.
around and see if maybe I'll be able to hold him before I let you go. But we're going to throw things back to JJ.
Thank you, Patricia. We're always meeting fabulous people on this Sunday afternoon. Happens every year. Mark is one of them and has joined us once again. It's Miracle Match time.
Yes, it is.
Couldn't be happier. What's happening with this current Miracle Match? I'm thinking Ambridge.
Ambridge Gas Incorporated, yes.
Yeah. Good company, long supporter of the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario.
They are. I've been there 38 years.
Good for you, Mark. Congratulations. Let's do this miracle match. Flip that little guy over there. Look at that. Miracle match for $3,000. Mark, thanks, buddy. Always appreciate you and Enbridge being here. Mark's going to be back representing more organizations and more money, but right now, Enbridge is who we are representing in a $3,000 miracle match, and we would love it if you would be kind enough to participate. Incentive. Well, gee whiz, where do we start on incentive? To call the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario Telethon. Well, we're doing our best. Like throughout the course of the afternoon, you've met some incredible families and kids, and throughout the remainder of the afternoon, you'll meet some more incredible families and moms and dads and kids and people who enjoy a sunny, happy Sunday afternoon, just like you do at your house and your family. We all do. Something we all have in common. That relaxing Sunday afternoon downtime. Kids get out and play. Mom and dad play with them, or maybe you relax a little bit while the kids are having a fun time. That's the Sunday afternoon we should have every Sunday afternoon. On this Sunday afternoon, we hope that's the kind of day you're having. But if you're not on this Sunday afternoon, maybe you're at CHEO. Maybe your child is, well, maybe you're worried. Maybe it's just something that just doesn't feel right. Something maybe, maybe we should just go to CHEO. 738-1450, that's the number to call, 738-1450. Enbridge, $3,000 miracle match. We'd love it if you called. If you don't, we understand. We hope you'll call by the end of the program. That's 7 o'clock tonight. 7 o'clock, it's done for another year. Miracle matches all over. But guess what? CHEO is still cooking along. Guess what? We'll all still be cooking along at 7:01. Off to resume our wonderful lives, knowing full well we've got the best children's hospital in the world. Just in case. Just maybe. It'd be good to support CHEO. I think it'd be a great time to support CHEO. There's a $100 donation from Carl coming in right now as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. And what? How's it? Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Earl.
Earl, and Earl's having a great day?
Yeah, absolutely. You're having a good day? Excellent. The weather's beautiful.
That's wonderful. Earl could be a weatherman. He took you about a half an hour to answer a very short question. Thank you, Earl. Thanks, everybody, for being here. It's fabulous to have you here on a Sunday afternoon. We want you to call, and we'd love you to make some magic happen. Along with Enbridge, what a team we could be. What a team we are. Our community in Enbridge and the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario and Earl. All of us helping CHEO. Thank you so much, Enbridge, for being great community, corporate, wonderful sponsors, and for loving our kids as much as we do. Graham. And now, let's have a look at what's happening at the desk. Leanne.
Choose us, Jay. It's great to be here with Brendan, who's been working very hard behind the scenes and on the phones, and Sean, both who are with, say it in the radio voice.
Country 1011, yeah.
Gilchrist Holmes.
And Sean, for you, this support is personal, isn't it?
It is, Leanne. We had the luxury of having a CHEO at our hands for both my boys, one with diabetes and one with asthma. So we're very thankful to have the hospital there.
We are so incredibly lucky, and on a bright, beautiful day, we feel so blessed to just have the sunshine, but to have the sunshine and to celebrate our hospital and to raise money for the hospital. Brendan, how did you do this as you flipped the check over?
Oh my goodness, it was the great support of our listeners. We put out the call and the great team up with Gilchrist Homes to make a difference, to help out CHEO and do everything we can.
To the tune of $39,000 plus. Thank you so much.
One of the